Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy This is Breen's video, and if you haven't played the Infinite Warfare beta, I'm just going to be talking about what I see needs to be changed for competitive, as well as just my personal thoughts about the game. Now, if you don't know, Infinite Warfare is probably one of my favorite Call of Duties. If you haven't seen me on Twitter, pretty much talking so highly about the game. I love this game to death, and it's probably the most fun I've had on any COD. Now, another thing is Treyarch games are my least favorite, and Infinity Ward games are my absolute favorite. So going from one of my least favorite games ever to one of my favorite games ever, it just makes it so much better. Now, there are definitely a few things that I see need to be changed and banned and whatever, so I'm just going to talk about that. Now, if you haven't played this game, you just have to be aware that you can't play this like Black Ops 3 or AW. You have to play it a lot slower, and Infinity Ward games have always been more about positioning and like game smarts and stuff like that, rather than your actual gun skill, because the target assist is a lot more toned down in Infinity Ward games than it is in Treyarch games, so it's a lot harder to hit your shots. I'm not saying it's harder to hit your shots, but it's just a lot harder than Treyarch games, so it's like a normal game. But to make up for that, the bullet reg is on point. It is spot on, absolute perfection. And the result of that, and seeing the really good bullet reg going from a trash bullet reg, is people think the time to kill is insanely low and it needs to be higher. But the thing is that's how the cookie, that's how the cookie crumbles, man. But it's just, every gun is a 3 to 4 bullet kill. If it is a 3 bullet kill rifle, like the R3K, is a 3 bullet kill. Every other gun, for the most, I'm pretty sure every other gun is a 4 bullet kill. So it's the exact same as Black Ops 3 and Ghost and AW, stuff like that. The guns are the same. You kill them the same amount of bullets. It's just the thing is it's a lot easier for your bullets to register, so you feel like you're melding when you're actually killing in a normal rate, rather than having to put 10-20 shots into people for them to die, because that's one of the worst issues with Treyarch games, is their bullet reg. Now, one of the worst things about this game, however, is the rigs. As you can see, I'm running around like a little fucking dog, just jumping at people, ripping their fucking skulls off and skull fucking them. It's insanely overpowered. The rigs need to be taken out for competitive, and if they're not, definitely more need to be banned than unbanned. There's so much overpowered shit, especially all of the traits. Those are insane. Like, there's one that your boost regens a lot faster than normal, so it literally regens faster than if you were to have Afterburner on Black Ops 3, plus anyone that's underneath you gets hurt by your boost. So it's just stuff like that, and being able to see through walls, kind of like vision poles, and then active camo, stuff like that. That all I see needs to be taken out. There's a lot of rigs that are just overpowered, and the weapons aren't going to be very useful, and if they are useful, they're just going to be absolutely game breaking. So it should just be gun on gun, fucking tactical on tactical, lethal on lethal. It shouldn't be specialist on specialist like it is in Black Ops 3, because you have so many things to worry about in Black Ops 3 that it just makes the game so much more inconsistent, and it's just so unfair, honestly. Specialists, no one likes specialists, let's be honest, and nobody wants rigs in this game. So UMG, please, by the way, I did not get turned on right here. I got killed from this side, so please don't roast me in chat, thank you. And it's just annoying that I forget where I was. I forget. Oh, the specialist. It's just annoying that specialists weren't taken out, and instead of adding it onto a special option for tournaments and wagers and chows and stuff like that, like they didn't just take it out of the game like they should have, because nobody wanted specialists and nobody actually likes the specialists. There may be a few people, or like a handful, like a group of people that do, but for the most part, everybody thinks they're unfair. I just got fucking 360 no scoped. We're not gonna talk about that, but it's just insanely unfair. And I mean, this game is very balanced, don't get me wrong. There's no OP weapons, no shitty weapons. They're pretty much all very good weapons, everything's balanced. Like this gun right here, it's harder to hit your shots at range. It definitely relies on long barrel, but like the R3K, it's a 3 bullet kill, and you can one burst if you can hit your shots. It's hard to hit your shots, especially at range, but it's a very good weapon if you can get used to it. Now this was the second day of the beta, so now I'm still trying to get used to the game, get used to sensitivities. I was messing around with a shit ton of sensitivities, and that's one thing. Is like I said, in Black Ops 3, I run a 10-10 sensitivity. So going from a 10-10 to a game that I have to play a lot slower, I can't get away with playing on a 10-10 on this game. I can't even get away playing on a 6-6 or 7-7. I have to play on a 5-5 or a 4-4, 4-5, whatever. And it's annoying, but at the same time, I still play the exact same way I played in Black Ops 3, you know, play posted up AR, watch lanes, hold cuts, stuff like that, and that's really how you're going to have to play this game. With the subs are able to get in your face, be aggressive, and pretty much challenge anything that they want in this game because of the movement system as well as just the overall feel of the game. So this is going to be a sub dominant game, and if you are an AR dominant player like myself, you're gonna have to play a lot slower and a lot more reserved, and you really shouldn't use your jetpack at all. Really, jumping around will hurt your shot way more than it'll help you, and that's one thing that I think they should really tweak as well. Is I think that they should make it even more of a bounce and jump when you jump shot while aiming in. Now, one thing that I really do not like about this game, that's probably my biggest issue, is the idle sway. As you can see, my character's gun is swaying a good bit right now, and that's different. But when you're aimed in for over like 2 or 3 seconds, it starts to sway really badly. I'll try my hardest to get a clip, probably put it on Twitter and link it down in the description, or try and put it at the end of this video. But it's just, once you're aiming in, you know, it'll be a laser for like 2 to 3 seconds, and then it looks like your guy's having a brain aneurysm, heart attack, and seizure at the same time while on Addy. This guy starts shaking everywhere. The screen is bouncing like a hooker on a dick, and it's just insanely annoying that we have to be forced to either unaim in or play more aggressive with ARs, and that's not how ARs should be played. You know, ARs, I understand they don't want it to be more of a campy play style, but at the same time, you have to think about it from a standpoint that if people are going to constantly have to be like pretty much forced to run around if they want to succeed in their gunfights, that's only going to speed up the pace of the game, which is what nobody wants. Nobody wants this game to be faster. If anything, everybody wants it to be slower, and that's what they were going for, take a slower approach of Black Ops 3, but what they're doing with the idle sway is really only hurting that vision. So if they reduce the idle sway, make it a lot more like a Black Ops 3 and AW and Ghost kind of game where it barely sways, I think that would be important, and I think it'll be a very good step in the right direction. So obviously, I think that all of the simtexes and nades and stuff should be banned, or not simtexes, like most of the tacticals, like the plasma shit and like the jumping into a next dimension because you're one shot or something like that. Like, obviously all that stuff has to be banned. There's a lot of really stupid, pretty much nerdy shit in this game, and the nades are horrible. There's maybe 1 or 2 grenades that are good, and there's a concussion grenade, but for the most part, I think most of the tacticals and most of the lethals should be banned because they're either just absolute dog shit or they're just insanely annoying to play against. Like, people are throwing fucking cluster bombs at you, and you're just getting like war machined out of a pocket. That's what one of the nades is. Like the war machine from Black Ops 3. It hits the ground and it busts a nut into like 7. So it's just like that. Not very fun to play against, as well as like this, like I said, the specialists and shit, and the score streaks are just horrible in this game. You know, there's the Scarab, which is like the HCXC, absolutely horrible. So hopefully you guys learned something from this video. If you guys have any constructive criticism or any other additional thoughts, maybe I left something out that I didn't talk about, maybe I forgot something, make sure to leave it down in the comment section below, or tweet me on Twitter at JohnGraces. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'm out. Peace.